Going on right now. Itsu's dipping, but this one's going to be close. Both clans have about 4 or 5, I think 5 or 6 attacks left on both sides for these last few minutes of war. It's going to come down to the wire. There's going to be a lot of attacks going on at once.
Yeah, well, I am currently watching Itsu on Cast and Blast. If anything pops up, maybe 11v11 or 10v10, let me know. But it's always fun to watch Itsu attack because he seems to just have the timing. He seems to just have the rhythm to make these attacks just look so good. So King kind of doing his thing, making the funnel on the bottom. He's got a queen walk coming in on the funneled left-hand side, going after that Inferno Tower, wiping out some of those high HP storage buildings. And is the queen gonna come down toward the Inferno? It doesn't look like she is. Now I'm honestly curious to see what the plan was here. He's got a rage spell down. The Wallbreakers get into the wall compartment, so that is good. Maybe his plan was not to get that Inferno with the queen walk. I mean, you never know. We'll just have to see. He's got minions doing the cleanup on the bottom, kind of following the previous attack on this base, using the minions to get the free percentage. He's got some more wall breakers in. The rage spell should help the wall breakers get all the way through the base, and it looks like it worked very nicely. Poison spell on the clan castle that dragon drops, that's fun to say. And Queen takes out the witch. Queen is also going to work on the enemy queen. This is a 10 and 11v10 dip, so it should be the 3-star, but we'll just have to see. He's coming at the base with a whole bunch of miners, and he's using the miners to get that Inferno Tower. Very smart, because a lot of the times those miners are outside the range of the Inferno, even when they're right next to it, because they're underground, so it works out perfectly. His heal spell is in a great spot, considering the bomb tower's splash damage after the bomb dies, so very nice there. Springtrap's really sending those miners down. Are you watching this right now, or are you seeing another attack, Tron?
I believe this is the only attack going on right now, so I am watching it. One thing you guys might have saw are those level 7 wall breakers that have been added. They haven't gotten much attention, but they seem to be, at least visually, pretty cool, and I think they do quite a bit more damage for those Town Hall 11s.
Yeah, definitely. They have the big bucket that they're holding that has the gunpowder inside. It now has more of a brighter red flame look, which just looks cool. And they do a heck of a lot more damage, and it's actually a lot more consistent on taking out these max walls. So definitely a good addition to the game. It's just, I guess it's just one of those troops. It's one of those support troops that just honestly doesn't get enough attention. Let's just be fair. But it looks like Itsu is going to get a commanding 3-star, swagging a heal spell, not even throwing it on the base here. Very nicely done for Itsu from Dark Looters. The 3-star, whatever. So here we go, guys. We got an 11v10 dip on Duke's base, Foster on Duke, and this is Team Goat attacking Team Sheep. So let's see if this 3-star could tip the balance and put Team Goat ahead 21-20 if he grabs his 3-star. And if that's the last attack, that means the Team Goat gets the victory, and I'm the one that's going to dunk my head. Of course, Tron doesn't remember anything, so that means that I'm off the hook, right?
Well, we'll have to see how the attack goes, then maybe we can revisit this subject.
You may very well remember the moment that he gets the 3-star, right?
That I will remember for sure.
Alright, guys, so Foster is here, and it is looking pretty good at this point. Questionable jump spell location, as of course it did send him directly into the Inferno, but it did leave out a lot of his troops. It looks like they're going to backtrack and get into the fray here, so that is good. Another jump sending him into the clan castle compartment there in the center. Eternal Tome, well timed, as it caught so many troops right now, all invulnerable for a moment. And it looks like he's got a decent crew, some Super Bowlers down at the bottom side and the top side, so a very nice cleanup crew there. This is an 11v10 dip, so it should be the 3-star, but again, no attack on an Inferno base is easy, so we'll see how it goes. Definitely a good crew there in the middle. Are you watching this too, Tron?
Yeah, and I was wondering what he was doing with those rage spells. He dropped them both in the same place. I was thinking he might try to hold them for a swag, but both of them go down. This one should be a 3-star nonetheless. I think he has plenty of troops to take out the remainder of this base here.
Possibly so. So good thing for him that they broke into that T compartment there, so the Queen should step up once this Town Hall goes down, and the Queen should step up, and she can actually target that Inferno. The bowlers aren't going to want to, the skeletons obviously aren't going to want to, so it's going to come down to the Queen, the clutch Queen, in getting that Inferno, and there goes that special ability, guys. Let's see how it goes. Why is the Queen turning around? There's a jump spell, distracting the Queen. Now she's stuck on a wall. This is embarrassing. Okay, so the Queen is stuck on a wall. Very unfortunate for the Queen to get trapped and stuck. with that unfortunate jump spell disappearing on her. But we still get quite the crew, so I'm very interested to see how this ends up going. The Queen probably going to get a shot off, maybe 2, and oh, clutch!
Wow.
That was a clutch 3-star for Foster. Wow, that Queen going down, fadeaway 3, beautiful attack, man. Just a beautiful. Oh, look at this, an 11 v10 dip. Mike is like, I'm over this. I'm taking out this Town Hall 10 down here, and he's coming at it with Mass Bowler, guys. The new level 5 bowler going in on this level, or Town Hall 10. These level 5 bowlers gonna make it happen. I can't wait to see how this works, guys. Looks like he's establishing his funnel on the bottom and on the top, and he's gonna be sending in his miners directly at that Inferno Tower. So looking forward to seeing how this goes. Drawn?
Yeah, good funnel there. I think the miners should target that Inferno Tower pretty much directly, dropping them in right behind the Queen, pops the ability. Looking good so far. The Warden, though, is just following the King. I'm not sure if he's going to get much value from that Warden's Eternal Tomb.
Unfortunately, because that Eternal Tomb, that is absolutely very clutch. For any Town Hall 11 attacker, that moment where you know, okay, my troops are about to get melted, let's pop that Eternal Tome. All of a sudden, you tip the balance in the attack, and stuff completely changes. So very bad. Unfortunate for the Grand Warden to be going outside the base. He has tons of heal spells remaining, though. Mike is just throwing heal spells around left and right, keeping those miners alive and well, or at least attempting to keep them alive and well, as these Town Hall 10 defenses are not too shabby, if I can use that expression. And they're getting through the base fairly well, but I think this backside Inferno Tower and these Teslas may end up being a little bit too much for him. I can't say for sure. It's really hard to tell with these miner attacks how many miners are still alive. That's one of the biggest issues I have with common hitting these miner attacks. But it looks like the group on the north is decent in size. The group on the south, not so big, and then the bottom group just died out. So now we're just at a couple of miners on the north. So, oh man, Tron, what do you think? I mean, that was a good attempt, absolutely.
Yeah, it definitely was. I think if he had the Warden going inside with the miners, this one would have definitely been a 3-star. But this one's not going to look like it's going to get that 100%. Probably about 90, 95% 2-star. So it will definitely run up the percentage on this base, but not going to get that extra star. I think 10v or 11v10 attacks, still not a for sure thing. We still see fails like this one, even with these level 5 miners. They do have that extra spell. They can bring an additional heal spell or rage spell, being a Town Hall 11 and having that extra CC capacity in the Clan Castle, but still not going to make the difference. He might get that Inferno, but these last 3 defenses are going to take out the rest of the miners. And there we go, 91% 2-star. Good attack to Mike, just can't quite get the job done there.
Yeah, I think that Eternal Tome would have made that an overwhelming 3-star. Unfortunately for Mike, that is not the 3. He got a 91% 2-star. However, he did get that second Inferno. I didn't expect that. So, I mean, 10 3-star attempts. Now, we have Itsu, guys. One of Dark Looters' top attackers, Itsu. And in case you don't know, Dark Looters is the previous winner of the CWL Season 1. So definitely just great to have in this event. Very exciting. But Itsu is going in on an 11v11 attempt on this base. And Mike is going to be his, can I say his, what's the victim? That's what I'm going for. Town Hall 11 victim. So we have a Queen Walk going in. We got a Grand Warden helping out. The Queen almost bites the dust, guys. Lots of DPS, guys. 2 max X-bows, so that is scary stuff. The Eternal Tome ability saved her, but now, guys, looks like she's doing just fine. Very exciting to see what happens. He had a Wallbreaker fail because they walked right over a giant bomb, but the Rage spell should. There we go. So the, of course, Itsu's on the wrong team. I can't help but go for him. Can't help but want that 3-star. So poison spell down on the Clad Castle. The Queen is working on that Lava Hound. Unfortunately, the enemy Queen is working on our Queen. The Hound pops. We got lava pups everywhere, balloon everywhere. Poison spell working, doing work. Good thing, because otherwise we'd be in trouble. Queen still has her special ability. He's been very, very patient with the Queen ability and keeps it alive, guys. So the Queen is down, the Clad Castle is down, and now the Town Hall is down as well. And he's going to be going in with a mass miner. He's got 28 of the max level 5, new level 5 miners. It's going to be exciting to see how effective those miners are, guys. He drops the Rage spell. The Queen turn tails and starts coming around this way. It probably is not what he was wanting because he broke the base open. He was definitely wanting that queen to go in and maybe work on that eagle artillery end game, end attack. That's what he was wanting. So he drops the jump spell, he drops the king and pops the ability to hopefully funnel the queen, funnel in front of the queen, force her to go into the base. That builder hut goes down, the queen goes in. Very nice patience, guys. The queen almost lost the Grand Warden and that HP buff, but she is still there. And the miners have been deployed, guys. So the queen is doing work right now. The Grand Warden is stepping up, helping out these miners with the HP buff. Unfortunately, the Eternal Tome ability has been used already, but he's got a heal spell that he'll definitely be using. He's already used one. He wants that. Wow, look at that. Queen ability gets that second Inferno. The miners grab the first. This is looking like a nice attack to me. Miners all over, guys. And there goes Eagle Artillery, guys. So it's looking like it may be GG at this point, but we're still unaware of exactly how strong these miners are, but it's looking really good at this point. Queen is still hanging back. The healers get shot by that air defense, but we're good. Queen keeping it going, and where are all the miners? Miners weakened up these defenses on the outside, and looks like, man, it is looking really, really nice. We got a healer. Looks like we're running out of time, though, unfortunately. I didn't even see the clock at the bottom of the screen. The miners, that was an excellent attack, guys. If he had had extra time, more time, he would have 3-starred that base. So Itsu, nice attempt, man. 85% 2-star on the base. Again, if it weren't for the clock, he would have had that 3-star. Looks like we're back now, guys. I can tell that it's working normally in comparison to last time. So let's get back to the attack. Thank you again for letting me, struggle through those technical issues and Tron keeping us entertained. But guys, we're in PlasticWalrus' attack against Thor. He's using a Queen Walk attack. He's got dragons. He had bowlers for the funnel. Everything looking nice at this point. Looks like his queen is going to walk the direction that he did not intend, which is unfortunate for him. Just based on the fact that I haven't seen this attack yet. No surprise there. So, we got our queen walk going in, guys. Poison spell over that clan castle, the Laloon, the lava hound of the balloon, and a wizard helping out with that, so that's good. The hound pops. We have pups everywhere. Now, guys, it looks like what he's going to be gunning for is using these dragons to wipe out some of these key defenses. I know he wants this Queen Walk to take out some of the air defenses as well. Can that Queen Walk reach that Inferno Tower? It looks like, no, it doesn't look like that's going to work. Clan Castle. I just realized he has a Clan Castle, so that Clan Castle is likely going to be helping him get through all that. Unless he's got a Clan Castle Dragon. That's very rare, but that happens on occasion. So we got our wizards going in. King jumping in, going to get rid of 2 of those air defenses. So very nice. Every single one of those air defenses has now been dropped. He has deployed his dragons, so the dragons doing their work, taking on the town hall side of the base. Queen is struggling over there on the left-hand side. The sweeper blows away those healers, and the queen dies, unfortunately. But we got dragons, we got rage spell, we got heal spell. I'm still curious what that clan castle, what's in the clan castle. I know Tron said it earlier, but I was too busy trying to fix my technical issue there. So we got dragons in. Unfortunately, the queen's still up, so that's going to be a problem. We got a rage spell down to those balloons that should lead into that Inferno Tower compartment. Clan Castle Hound. Okay, cool. So that was like plan B in case any of the air defenses don't go down. And we got a couple dragons left, so it doesn't look like he's going to pull this one off, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and 4X it over to see what ends up happening. That hound is kind of just tanking stuff. It pops. Dragons are going to make their way over and just get roasted. They're healed right now, but again, they get looks like a 10v10 attempt. Pollux versus PlasticWalrus, Team Goat versus Team Sheep, and it looks like a Go Laloon strategy. So this is older meta, but obviously still very viable, and actually, up to this point, hasn't Go Laloon been the most viable 10v10 strategy? At least that's the assumption that I've been under so far, Tron.
Yeah, I think it has been. It's been very consistent in terms of its power at Town Hall 10. Just recently, we've seen witches and bowlers also kind of come to the spotlight and be a popular strategy. But it's kind of been the backbone of Town Hall 10 3-star attempts for sure.
Absolutely, guys. So Pollux going in. I'm worried about this funnel, guys. He might struggle to get the queen to stay into the base. Yeah, the queen is wandering around the base. That is very unfortunate, guys. Clan Castle Lure comes out. That poison spell might take out the balloon. Good. Balloon is down. And now we've got a queen working on that lava hound. Hopefully the pop of that lava hound will be wiped out by the queen and her special ability. We've still got 2 lava hounds, and it looks like 3 air defenses left in the base and both infernos. So unfortunately didn't get one of those infernos down, which is kind of key. I mean, if you're going to use a ground kill squad, you want to get rid of the enemy queen and air defense and Inferno Tower, at least 2 of those 3. So far, it's looking decent. We'll see how it goes. We got air defenses all around everywhere. It looks like, oh, we got another donation. Somya Deep with a 20 rupee donation. Thank you very much, my friend. Donation hype down in the chat. Thank you very much. Now, Pollux going in. It looks like he's definitely going to get the 2-star, but his balloons, they're going in on that that sweeper and just kind of petered out there. But there's a lot of free percentage. This will be a pretty high 2-star attempt. Tron, what'd you think of that attack? I was quite distracted.
Yeah, it was, I think, a decent plan. Trying to get in there with a kill squad, get that Inferno Tower taken out. Obviously didn't bite off as much as he would have liked to. Basically, I think the main issue was the funnel there. The queen didn't go inside the base. There was also a lava hound in the CC, which would have distracted his queen anyway. So a difficult part of the base to attack. You can see all those marks from the giant bombs and bomb towers that his troops hit. Where the kill squad entered, so definitely a difficult place to enter the base here, and I think that just crippled the Laloon from there and couldn't finish off the base.
Oh, I mean, you could tell the plan. The plan was get in there, take that Inferno Tower, and that sweeper out. I mean, if he could have gotten that Inferno Tower and that sweeper out, this would have been a totally different attack because the sweeper was such a huge, hindrance to the attack. So. Yeah, just like we said earlier, guys, these Town Hall 10v10 attempts are so, it's tipping the balance. One little thing, one troop deployed, one tile too far to one side can... Sure. Okay, well then, one Hive Gazette going in a Parpino. He's got 24 hogs, guys. Now that is what I am saying. That is how it rolls. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. He's got a baby dragon establishing his funnel with the wizard in up above. We got a queen walk starting at the just south of that town hall. And of course, I'd love to hear his thoughts as he attacks, but of course there is that, generally it's about a 3-second delay between the live attack and the replay. So it's, looking forward to seeing the results. Tron, how do you feel like it's starting so far? I mean, you've got your funnel established very nicely in the north.
Yeah, looking good. Hopefully it doesn't take too much time to do this queen walk, but I'm feeling very good about this.
Good. So far. Keep it up, man. Don't let me distract you too much. Guys, he is coming in with a queen walk, which is it's a safer bet to do, where if you're going for that 10v10 3-star, but it can be a time issue, as you saw with the 11v11 attempt for Itsu. So definitely looking forward to seeing how One Hive Gazette himself can take advantage of that and maybe, turn the tides on that time issue. Right now, looks like we've got a good Clan Castle lure. Poison spell is put down. Rage spell down as well, so that should be GG for that Clan Castle. I mean, that is really the equation that you need. That Valkyrie drops. We got just the Witch remaining. Queen is deciding to go for that wall instead of the Witch. That doesn't make any sense at all, but good thing there is a poison spell, so the Queen should be just fine. She is still breaking into the base. I'm seeing some extra hogs. Are you going to make sure you got a Clan Castle lure there, or what's going on there, buddy?
Yeah, just testing for giant bombs, but I think we're about good to go with these hogs.
Oh, very smart. Okay, guys, so we got our hogs in. They're going straight at, look at that double giant bomb in the Inferno Tower compartment. Those hogs going in to get that first Inferno Tower. Queen Walk is still going strong, guys. Hogs going in right at that king, and they are going to just kind of go right on past him. He's got no more heal spells remaining, but he puts his heal perfectly. Nice heal spell, man, as it now is going, they're working on that X-bow, and then they should path. Oh man, it looks like that that king and all those skeleton traps kind of ruined it there, and then the queen bites dust. Looks like things aren't going exactly according to plan. Tron, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this one's not going to shape up, unfortunately. I was hoping to get some more value from those hogs. They did get the Inferno Tower taken out, but there was a double giant bomb there. You might have noticed me dropping a few hogs to kind of test. I was trying to trigger that giant bomb right next to the Inferno Tower, but I couldn't quite get within range. And as a result, the hogs kind of petered out. Also, the king there, definitely a issue. Didn't have a poison spell for him, so he took care of a few hogs, and then the queen can't quite outlast that expo. So a combination of factors. This one going to be, looks like a 2-star, about 60%. So can't get the 3-star, unfortunately, but a decent attack. And I think, if this base gets attacked again, it's might be a good shot at a 3-star.
Absolutely, man. You had a good attempt, and I know I see what you're saying now about testing for those giant bombs. If you would have popped 1 or 2 of those, that would have helped a lot. Absolutely. So that was a good plan. Unfortunately, didn't pan out for you, and that proves how hard 10v10s really are. So good try, and nice to Parpino for the defense. Absolutely, man. Looks like we have another live attack, guys. It's Parpino against Trickshot. So we have another Team Sheep attack. Tron, do you know anything about this base, since this is your clanmate, your homie?
It looks like a solid base. I like the isolated Inferno Towers with that little bit of a buffer around them. Also the Wizard Towers separated at the bottom. A difficult base for Laloon, but it looks like we have some Witches, some Bowlers. We'll see how that shapes up against this base.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Witches and Bowlers, guys, and neither of these troops got a buff. But hey, it's also very exciting to watch this tried and true 3-star strategy go to work, guys. Parpino making it happen, guys, and it looks like he's having some clan castle trouble. This is the second attack in a row where it looks like we're having a little clan castle trouble, but the jump spell, the free spell, rage spell in the core, sending those bowlers and those witches in. Queen hanging out on the left-hand side. Can we get rid of that enemy queen at least? There we go. Enemy queen is down. Skeleton trap with the Inferno Tower, or skeleton spell. There's a big difference. Skeleton spell on the Inferno Tower, but it looks like we had yet another one fall short, man. What do you think went wrong there?
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid attack. I just think the entry was a little bit too spread out. He kind of spread his troops too thin, couldn't take on both Inferno Towers at once. Possibly a more directed attack might have been more successful, but a tough base for sure there by Trickshot. I don't know if this one's going to be 3-star at this war.
Yeah, that was a rough base, man. And like you said, you know, if you go in with too wide of an attack, then you're spreading yourself too thin and you won't actually penetrate that initial layer of defenses. And so you do have to have a more focused attack. But also if you go too focused and, you know, don't create your funnel wide enough, then you end up losing your funnel and losing your troops, and they want
damage. Initially, do you think we're going to start seeing single targeted Infernos at Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 11?
That's an excellent question. Don't forget you asked it, but look at this, guys. We have a live attack right now. We've got PlasticWalrus, Town Hall 10 going in on Foster, Town Hall 11, so another 10v11 attempt, but now this is on my clan side. Team Sheep attacking his clan, Team Goat, and it looks like he's coming at this base with these buffed dragons, which have shown to work pretty well, grabbing a 2-star earlier in the war. So let's just see how he has got it going right now, guys. It looks like we have a queen. It looks like she is kind of wandering outside. Maybe we'll get lucky and she'll come back around toward that jump spell, but that single target Inferno's got her and she's wandering. But the king definitely setting up a nice funnel, getting rid of some stuff and wiping out that entire broadside. So now what he has with that one, what's that compartment? Like a corridor compartment. It's like a long, skinny compartment. Actually creates a natural funnel for him. So he's got his dragons going in now. They're going to be able to wipe out that queen very easily with the rage spell and kind of just cascade through the base. And hopefully he can grab the 50%. And it looks pretty, I'm not going to say easy, but it looks like it's going to happen. What do you think, Tron?
Yeah, I think, yeah, he's right there, 50%. Of course, those single-targeted Infernos, as soon as I mention them, we see an attack, but they are taking out those dragons, but not quick enough. It's going to be about 60% probably.
Oh my goodness, guys, so PlasticWalrus lands the 10v11 2-star, but I have to shout out Nicole Andrade, sorry, I tried my best on that one, donates $100 to the cause of getting a new laptop through Super Chat. So everyone give some donation hype down in the chat for Nicole. That's going in on Mike, and this is the Town Hall 10v11 Mass Dragon. Now I don't think we've mentioned it. Have we mentioned it that the dragons have gotten a buff as well?
I don't think we have, but they are getting a very small buff, but I think a buff nonetheless.
Yeah, like a very small HP buff. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the level 5 max dragons for Town Hall 10 take on this Town Hall 11 base. He has a clan castle hound kind of doing their thing. Of course, it is taking the shots from a queen right now and 2 expos and an inferno, and it is just taking it right now, but keeping stuff very nicely distracted while the balloons step up. We rage some dragons and get them into the base as well. So, and a clan castle Laloon, so that shouldn't be a real big issue. I can't guarantee it though, but with the mass dragon going directly at the town hall, will we get that 50%? That's the question.
Yeah, for sure. And this town hall being a little bit on the outside, we might not see that in your typical wars, but this is an anti-3-star base, so we really wanted to make sure a town hall 11 can't 3-star him, which makes it a little bit easier, but this one's still going to be close. He's at about 44% right now. Will he get this 2-star?
Looks like the queen's ability snagged quite a bit of percentage, guys. And the queen, is she going to get that expo? We got dragons working on the left and the middle. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, the dragon goes down. Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I can't help but go for the clutch moment. I mean, he might be on the wrong team. Let's see what Lord Val is doing on PlasticWalrus's base. as this one's in the middle of everything still. Light and very nice mass miner attack, it looks like. Just all miners. That's all that there is in this base. A 10v11 or 11v10 dip. So let's see how things are going. It looks like he's still got one more heal spell remaining, which means it's probably going to be a pretty handy 3-star, considering there's no more major splash damage defenses that can really ruin these miners. So it looks like a solid 3-star for Lord Val on PlasticWalrus's base. And is he going to swag the heal spell? Is he going to pull an Itsu and swag a heal spell on an 11v10 dip? It looks like he is. Looks like he is swagging that heal and making it rain on PlasticWalrus. Very nicely done. So that was quite the rodeo. Are there more attacks going? It looks like Raj is attacking Invictus. Yeah, let's watch Raj attack Invictus Kings. Tron, I guess check out that other 11v11 on the GOAT side.
Yeah, a lot of attacks going on right now. You're watching Raj?
I'm watching Raj on Invictus Kings right now in the 11v11 attempt, guys. He's got bowlers and witches, healers working with the exterior troops and also in the core. So it's actually looking like a pretty good attack. The Eternal Tome was very well placed. And unfortunately, that second Inferno not going down. The Queen doesn't come into the core. She hangs around on the exterior. So that second Inferno may end up causing the fail, but I've seen crazy things happen, so let's just hang tight. What are you watching right now, Tron?
I'm watching Ken's dip on Pollux, and it's a very close one. There's 2 baby dragons left in the CC that are causing some issues for Ken. This is a dip attack, and it's going to come down very close here, but I think he might pull off a 3-star for Team Sheep.
Nice. Okay, well, Team Goat's 11v11 attempt ends up being roughly 65% 2-star, so nicely done, I guess, there. And let's hop over. Let's see, Invictus Kings on Trickshot. Was that the attack that you were just telling me about? Is it about?
No, that was, this one's a different one. I'm hopping in right now to see what's going on as well.
Yeah, right on. So Invictus Kings pulling off, it looks like a pretty handy 3-star on Trickshot. The corner buildings are all cleaned up as well, so this base defended a 10v10 attempt earlier today, maybe even 2. But it looks like the 11v10 dip is going just as planned. Tons of bowlers, tons of skeletons still alive. Very nice hit for Invictus Kings. And it looks like, so if this is a 3-star, let me see here. It's going to end up being, oh, the war is over. The time is done. Oh my goodness. What's the score going to end up being, guys? We got an extra star for Team Sheep. It's currently 26-23, and Raj's attack on Invictus, I think, ended up being a fail. So it looks like currently this is a Team Sheep victory, guys. Can we get some hype in the chat right now for Team Sheep? Sorry, Tron.